You're watching TVC News right now. The APC presidential primary is ongoing in Abuja, and accreditation for all the delegates from across the country has started. And any moment from now, when that is concluded, we'll get into the proper ceremony, the opening ceremony of the convention, as well as the voting process. And it is expected that at the convention in Abuja, the presidential flag-bearer for the APC will emerge for the next general election in 2023. To discuss this and make sense of all of the goings-on, we have the Director General, Center for Credible Leadership and Citizens Awareness, Dr. Gabriel Nwambu, joining us from Abuja to make sense of all of this. Dr. Nwambu, it's good to have you join me this afternoon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having me.
Great. Now, a lot of persons from all the all the things going on from within the party in the last few days have said that this convention will be like a make or mar situation for the ruling party, whether they are going to continue in power or not continue in power, as the case may be, will be determined at this convention. I wonder what you're seeing.
Well, thank you so much. It is pertinent we look at the issues squarely the way it is. You see, the APC has held sway, has been in power for 7 years now, and it is another round of elections where the president and commander-in-chief is going to give way by next year, for another person. Now, what is happening now is the current accreditation of delegates, not at the Eagle Square, it is at the International Conference Center in Abuja here. So, but all the same, what we have seen over time, in the past 3 weeks or thereabout, in the past fortnight, is a lot of horse trading, a lot of tension, a lot of gimmick, a lot of maneuvering, But, however, about 3 days ago, we saw when the screening committee came up to tell Nigerians that about 10 aspirants had been disqualified. And moreover, we eventually heard that none was disqualified, that all of them are going to contest. We eventually also heard a few hours ago that there was a consensus candidate that was mentioned very clearly by the APC national chairman, that the Senate president was a consensus candidate. And we also saw some governors in that meeting storm out in anger and issued a statement, some governors, about 14 governors, excluding one who left. 13 affirmed that they want a southern candidate, that they would persuade the president to come up with a southern candidate, And then thereafter, they also addressed Nigerians that they've discussed with the president, and the president graciously prefers that the rule of law, in fact, the normal democracy should thrive in the selection of any person that is going to take over from him. Moreover, you should also recall, it is pertinent you recall that some time ago, Mr. President did say that the way the governors have also determined who succeeded them in the states, it is also pertinent that the governors should allow him, choose a successor. We saw how that one played out. But immediately the national chairman of the APC spoke that Dr. Lawan, the Senate president, is the consensus candidate. We saw a lot of intrigues. We saw even a 360-degree reverse from Mr. President, who eventually said that he has not anointed any candidate and that he's not in support of any godfatherism, and that he would prefer democracy to thrive. That the people should be given opportunity to decide who governs them in the next at least 4 to 8 years, as the case may be. But this exclusively is in the hands of 2,340 delegates across the 744 local government areas in Nigeria. But so far, what is happening now is so much tension, a lot of contradictions. I think the governors have come up, they are very wonderful with what they have said. They would prefer that power goes back to the South. This shows that they are sportsmen. This shows that they mean well for Nigeria. This shows that they are committed in the unity and the diversity as provided by the federal character as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So what plays out now is what the delegates would determine as they're moving from the ICC to probably the Ego Square, where the proper election would take place.
All right. You mentioned the president's stance on some of these issues. Recall earlier in the year when he said that he doesn't care whoever emerges as the flag bearer eventually. But before he traveled to Spain, like you said, of course, he called on the governors and, soliciting or telling them to allow him choose a successor. And now he has said he has no anointed candidate or anointed son or successor, as the case may be, which might sound contradictory. But in the meantime, would you see it as maybe these are hints to maybe some kind of surprises that might come at the course of this convention?
Well, you see, what is playing out now is a lot of intrigues, a lot of suspension, and plenty of tension. I do not think the national chairman could speak in a vacuum. He is not a man of that is flippant, that is given to much words. This is a man that has been governor for about 8 years, has been a senator for a very long time, and was serving before he was even recalled to come and hold sway as the national chairman of the APC. So I do not think really that the man could utter words without getting clarification. So I think that is a point, and that might give us an insight to where we possibly could be going. But it is pertinent we know that the delegates, there are people we in terms of analysis, we call them delegate owners. The delegate owners in this instance, are the governors of the respective states. We expect that the way it is now, that the governors control almost absolutely what the manner at which delegates across their states are going to vote.
All right. We have to leave it here now. Thank you so much, Dr. Gabriel Nwambu, the Director General, Center for Credible Leadership and Citizens Awareness. Thank you very much.